I'm Audrey. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do like a podcast style video, which I've done one more of those on my channel, but basically my sister's sleeping and she has the microphone. So I spent like a half an hour this morning looking for the microphone, and when I tell you like it was nowhere to be found in the whole house, I do not know where it is. Anyways, here we are and we're just gonna talk to the camera, and honestly it works out. I'm graduating high school tomorrow. I thought, why not do 10 tips for high school, like 10 pieces of advice, just things I feel like I've learned throughout my time at high school. Now, I didn't necessarily have the most like normal high school experience because my school was a very small school. Sadly, it wasn't like that traditional high school experience, but I still feel like there's tips I can give to incoming freshmen and also just anyone in high school. I have some tips that are more like literal specific things you might want to do, and some that are more like overall lessons. So the first one is, don't waste your time worrying about what people think of you or how people perceive you. And my tip to do so is just become so confident in yourself and what you're doing in your everyday life that doesn't even matter what other people think of you. I feel like freshman year me was so much more of an anxious person, and I would just stress about what people think of me and overthink little interactions and what people thought. Not to say I'm confident in everything, and obviously it takes time, but I just feel so much more confident to the point where like I don't even question anything I do because I know I'm a kind person to people, and I like to think that people recognize that, and I'm just confident in what I do. For example, I used to be embarrassed if someone from school would find out about me having a YouTube channel or a TikTok, and now honestly I just don't care. Like, I know that I want to be doing YouTube and I find it so fun to be making TikToks, and I think it's so fun to act like an influencer and post like an influencer. And honestly, now I'm to the point where like if someone was like, oh, you're trying to be an influencer, I'm like, yeah, it's so fun. Now I just feel like I'm confident in my decisions to the point where hearing other people's opinions wouldn't affect me because I'm just so sure about what I want to be doing. And I just think confidence is key. It's really too short to be worrying about what people think of you. So just have fun and laugh, make friends. At the end of the day, you just want to be nice to people. No one's worrying about if your makeup looks off one day. I've heard this quote and I really like it. It's like, it's only embarrassing if you let it be embarrassing. Therefore, if something happened, like you spilt your water in class and you just laughed it off, you're like, oh no. It'd be a lot less awkward and embarrassing than if you looked around like worried. A lot of what happens in life is not what happens, but it's how you react to it. We just all have to react positively and don't waste time getting embarrassed about the little things or dwelling over them. I know it is so much easier said than done, and that's not to say I'm completely confident all the time. I still have my moments of insecurities or just feeling like anxious. I just feel like I'm so much better now, and it's something that is really worth practicing because you'll be happier when you just let go and relax. My next tip is to pursue what you're interested in, whether this means making clubs or just chasing your passions like sports out of school or making a YouTube channel. Just actually going after what you love. This is such an amazing time in your life where you still get to live at home and with your family, but you also have more freedom where you're old enough, oh, maybe you could get a job or you can join like certain club teams. And I just feel like this is the perfect time to really pursue what you're interested in. And if you chase these passions and maybe you decide you don't like something, it's not for you, that's okay, but maybe you'll go into college knowing something that you love. This isn't related to high school, this is for anyone in life, but just doing all the fun things you want. Go make a book club with people in your neighborhood or bake stuff for all your classmates. Just do fun things like that. Next is get your homework done as soon as you can after it is assigned. When I tell you, this has saved me so much stress. I just try to finish things like really as they get assigned, not just the night before, so I can be like a couple days ahead of my assignments. I feel like there's so many people who spend so much of their high school life stressing about homework and trying to get it done and worrying about upcoming tests and exams. And while it's hard and it does take work, sometimes people put more work and stress on themselves than they really need to. And if they just had a time where they sat down to get some work knocked out for the next couple of days, it would help them be so much less stressed and give you so much better of a high school experience. Because I know I've been so much happier on the nights I don't have homework because I did it ahead. In the beginning of this year, I kind of fell out of that routine and I was doing homework up late like every single night for 2 weeks, and I was so exhausted and just wondering why school wasn't like fun. And then I got back into the groove of doing everything. On my free periods, I would just do homework, and I realized school wasn't giving me a majority of the stress. It was the homework. So please just get your work done ahead of time so you don't have to stress, because you want to spend time with family and friends. You don't want to spend all your time just worrying about homework. The next tip I have is to go to school with cute outfits just to feel your best. The difference is so clear on a day where I'm feeling insecure about my skin and my outfit's not looking cute, and a day where I'm feeling cute and confident, because I'll be so much more motivated that day. I'll be feeling happy. I won't just be wanting to go home the whole time. And not to say like super uncomfortable, can't focus in class because like your jeans are too tight. I'm not saying that. Like, I wear plenty of comfy floral skirts and dresses, but just dressing cute on the day-to-day really romanticizes life and romanticizes school. And something I try to follow sometimes, which a lot of the time it's quite hard to do for school, so I don't wear like a purse to school. It's the 7-point outfit rule, and this is basically where your outfit has 7 points to make it a really well-styled outfit. So the shirt, bottoms, and shoes would be 3 points alone, and then jewelry, for example, would be 4. Hair curled would be 5, and then a purse would be 6. Belt would be 7. If you want to do 8, you can do a headband, and that's just really fun. Not everyone's super into fashion and picking out outfits. I personally am, and it just makes every day more fun, more exciting, and more romanticized. My next tip is to start each day with a healthy breakfast that has you feeling your best, and drink lots of water throughout the day. The days that I'm just getting through my water, drinking my half a gallon a day, I feel so motivated and just like I'm actually doing something good. And then another thing is the healthy breakfast. I get that sometimes it's hard to eat in the morning, but I've gone through phases in school where I would not make breakfast because right in the morning I'm not that hungry, but by the time first period was over, I just wanted it to be lunch because my stomach was burning, and that just makes it hard to focus. And you really do need like food for your brain fuel or your classes, especially if you're taking tests or learning new material. So I would say eat like an egg in the morning. My personal favorite breakfast is a slice of Dave's multi-grain toast. It's not too heavy, but it's just a little carbs, and then I'll put a couple slices of turkey for protein and an egg, and I just feel like that's the perfect breakfast. Like freshman year, sophomore year, I used to make like chocolate covered frozen waffles for breakfast, and I just feel like starting your day off with that sugar spike also isn't the best. It can make you tired, so start your day off with good food, and it will just help you throughout the day, and it'll just make you energized for the day. Now, the next tip I have is to interact with more people in high school. As a person who's ending senior year, I feel like I'm looking around and some of the people I haven't talked to in years, and I don't really see why not, because they're all very nice people. So much time like I've just sat in silence around people I don't talk to, didn't really think to talk to them, but all this time I could have been having conversations and saying hi. So I would just say be nice to everyone, say hi to everyone. It's always nice to have a friendly face in the hall to say hi to or to sit next to. Don't really be strangers with everyone. Really just try to make friends with everyone. I'm not saying that's like, oh, you need to be close friends with everyone or hang outside with them outside of school, but it's just nice to have friendly faces around. My next tip is to don't lose sight of what's important in life. School can be so busy, so stressful, have so many assignments, so many sports obligations. But don't let that get in the way of what truly matters to you, and don't get wrapped up in that little drama, because most of the time it's literally about nothing. We're all just here on earth to live a happy life. Really, that's the end goal. That's what it's all about. What's the whole point then? So I think just remembering what's important to you, like your family and your passions and all the other stuff, truly, that drama doesn't matter. And don't let little things take away from that, which also leads me into my next tip, which is hang out with people that genuinely lift you up and make you happy to be around, because life's too short to surround yourself with people who don't and who do the opposite. So don't waste time in spaces with negative thinking or self-doubt, because that will only negatively impact you. I think we all know that if you're in the room with super happy people, your mood will be more uplifted than if you're in a room with a ton of people saying they're so sad, they hate school right now, life's so hard. When you surround yourself with those people, it will only bring your mood down. But also, if you want to attract the happy energy and the happy people, you have to be a happy person as well, and you have to bring your own happy energy to the group. And I'm definitely definitely more introverted, quiet person when it comes to big social settings, but I still like to think that hopefully people will think of me as like a kind person who is uplifting, even if I'm not like talking all the time. But yeah, my next tip, kind of going into the other one I said, is to just smile at people in the hallway and give them compliments, because again, that's just another friendly face to have around the hall. And my school's really small, so everyone really knows each other, but especially if you're in a bigger school, just having more friendly faces around I'm sure would be so nice. And then my final tip is to fill your cup before you fill others and to fill others. I feel like giving is one of the best things you can do. In order to do that, you also need to take care of yourself. So, make sure you're taking care of your mental health, that you're feeding yourself good food, that you are journaling and you're spending time to read, and then you can prioritize your time with your family and your friends and give to them and do nice things like bake for your neighbors or get your sister Starbucks. And I just feel like your life is so much happier and will be so much happier once you learn to fill other people's cups and fill your own, because that is what truly is fulfilling and it can just make your day-to-day life better. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a tip for like high school, but it's just a tip for life in general. So that is all my tips I have for you, my 10 tips that I feel like I learned in high school and that I want to share with you all. A lot of these also just apply to real life. But yeah, I can't believe I'm graduating tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching and I hope you have a great day. Bye!